Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to take a look at the Fansproject Lost Exo Realm Cubrar. Excuse me. LER02 with the Core. This is the instruction booklet thingy. Let's see, this is just a note on transformation. For mine didn't do a whole lot of good. I'm gonna have to really kind of figure out what's going on. This page is not attached. Yeah, so that's kind of lame. But yeah, there you go. There's a picture of that. The notes, little baggie, and that's pretty much it. So this is going to be a longer review. I can tell you that right now. So starting off with accessories, he does come with 2 of these big pistols, which are really nice. And you just plug these into his hand. He doesn't seem to really want to hold his weapons. He just doesn't want it. He doesn't have the oomph to do it. They slide in there, and you can kind of squeeze his fingers around them, and they hold all right. I mean, there's no real issue there. He does hold them, just not as well as I wanted. And you can put them both in his hands, like so. Or you can take it, and there's plugs here, and there's just like ports all over the place, and you can just like plug one in right here, take this one out, and plug it in right here. And there you go. You just hold those right there. You know, you could put them on his forearms. You could put it back here. You can pretty much find a spot for it wherever you really want to. He also comes with this sword, which is infinitely better than the Toy World sword. And you'll see that more in the size comparisons. And again, he can... you gotta open his hand for this one, and you just plug it in, kinda. Yeah. Now, my problem here with this one is the way the sword is designed with this hilt. He can't really hold it all that well. It just doesn't go in, and you know, you can hold the very tip of it, or you know, if you get it in there, you can have him hold it sideways, but he can't really hold it like this, like I would want to. Just the way the hand's cut and the hilt is designed, it just will not work. Same. It just doesn't work. which is disappointing. You know, this had every potential of being one of the best of the dinos, but he can't hold his sword very well. Yeah, that's the best I can do. And yeah, it's disappointing. Like I said, it's really wedged in there. Come on, out. Then you can take the sword and you can plug it back here, so you can have it out of the way. The way it's cut, you kind of gotta have lots of shelf space for that. So yeah, there's those accessories. We'll get those set off to the side. This other accessory is this guy. Little weapon master type deal. And he's got two of these big axe things that he can hold. And yeah, it's pretty cool all the way up till you go here. That's kind of sad. This is disappointing too. This part here can fold up, and you can fold it over his head. You got to turn the head sideways, but you can get it over his head, and it's kind of like a dino-esque helmet deal thingy. But quite frankly, I like the regular head better. Although, it would have really killed them to put a little paint in there. I mean, it looks... in the camera, it almost looks like it's painted, but in person, it most definitely is not. But yeah, for this guy, kind of push him, or set him off to the side. For this guy, he's got his head's on a swivel. His shoulders are on ball joints here, and then they're also on hinges here. So it does go up, down, in, out, all the way around. There is no swivel in there, but he does have double bend elbows. Waist, nothing at the waist. Hips are on ball joints. Knee is on a ball joint. And the foot does have a little bit of a tilt in there. And really kind of despite the big clunky back thing, he does stand. Well, actually, it's because of that thing that he's standing. So, I don't know. Make that of as you will. But he does transform, so you can, what you want to do is rotate the head to the side. Pull this assembly up, and this will lock in over there. This arm will come up and plug into the side. There's just a little plug right here that goes in that hole right there. Plug it in, hold the hands down, like so. Then you take the leg here and you rotate it out, and this will just collapse like so. And then you take this foot piece and it just folds down like that. Do the same thing over here. And then you just want to see how that one's cut a little bit wider at the tip than at the base. So you want to kind of wiggle that into the right spot. And then fold the foot down. And then you have the base of the weapon. Now you can take these two and they just kind of plug together. Like so. And you take this assembly here and it will kind of, well, might be easier just to do one at a time. And now you've got a really large axe weapon. Of course, I hit the camera. And then you take him and open up his hand and plug this in. And he actually holds that one fairly well. Although it's, I mean, it kind of works. Kind of wish you had a little bit more length to it, but that works. So yeah, that's cool little added bonus there. It's one of those, I mean, honestly, they didn't really have to do this thing. And then to do transform it back, just pull these things out. Pull the legs out. Rotate them down. Flip the feet forward. Pull the arms out, straighten them out, and then flip this piece back. Then you take these axe things and plug them into his hands, and he's good to go. So yeah, pretty cool little guy. I mean, they didn't have to do it. The fact they did, and they did it fairly well. I mean, he's not great by any means, but yeah, they did a pretty good job on it. And when really this is what you're buying, the little weapon master things are kind of like a second thought to me, anyway. All right, so on to the figure itself. So this is their not Slag? Slag? No, Snarl. Snarl, yeah. This is their not Snarl figure. And just getting a look around at him. I wonder if you flip these things around. No. Kind of makes his hands worse. But anyway, just kind of rotating him around here. Trying to turn this camera up a little bit. He's a big guy, so. Just looking around. He does have a big backpack going on there, but it's not too terrible. Nice ratchets going on too in certain parts. But yeah, he's big, he's bulky, he's cool. I do dig him. Posability wise, his head is on a ball joint, and so it does look left to right. But due to part of the transformation and the way the head's set in there, it's kind of hard to get in there and move it around. Shoulders are on, they're on these awesome ball joints, so it gets good range of motion there. But he also has a hinge on top of the ball joint. So, you know, if it was just the ball joint, he could do that. And that's kind of like what like that MP Ultra Magnus could do. But then you can also get a little bit more out like that, which is really cool. I really like that joint in there. That really paid off, I think. Bicep swivels, double bend elbow, so you can get it up to there. Hand rotates. Fingers do open and close. The waist does not really articulate because of the way this all locks in. If you unlock the tail, pull the tail down, then you have a waist swivel. This is how it's supposed to be. These little flaps here do rotate. They're on ball joints, so they do have a little bit of bend or give to them when you're moving the leg. So the legs go up and down. There's a ratchet in there to go in and out. Joints are really stiff on this guy, so it's really nice. So he's got the thigh swivel there. Bends at the knee. Doesn't get a whole lot of bend, just the way everything sits on him. But, I mean, it's a Dinobot, so you get more than what you need, really. Foot. Really, all you get with the foot is a little bit of a rocker on the toes. The rest of this is kind of fixed into place. And, yeah. And there you go. There's the articulation. Now, let's get into transformation. This guy is actually not that complicated. He's not like other Fansproject figures smaller than him, where you're sitting there like scratching your head, how do I transform this thing? So what you want to do is start by rotating these pieces down. These red pieces right here to the side of his chest. These just rotate down, like so. You want to pull the chest out. This is where mine gets really stiff. Okay, we'll start pulling the wings down, rotate the tail down, get that out of the way. And you just gotta try and pop. There we go. So you pop these pieces off, and you want to move this piece down, like so. Now that these things are a little bit more pliable, you can push. You want to pull this piece out on covers the face, and then you close up the mouth. Now you want to pull these chest pieces out, just kind of hinge them out as far as you can go, and then you pull these wing pieces in like so. You want to do this first so that you're not bending plastic later. And then you can take the whole chest assembly here and start, and you squeeze it, it kind of comes forward, starts locking into place, and then you can kind of start moving these back. It's one of those, you kind of have to move things, multiple things at the same time to get it right. There we go. We're good there. Alright, so there's little hooks on these side wings things right here that hook into this plastic. That's how you know you've got the chest and the back right. And then you can move the crest together. There's a little tab right there that plugs into this little slot that's inside there. So you move those together and squeeze them together. Now this is really nice chrome. This is, I mean, I almost thought this was die cast when I first got them out. It is almost, I mean, it is just some of the nicest chroming I've ever seen on a toy. Just hands down. I mean, it, when you run your hand over it, it feels like metal. It really, really does. It's such a nice feel. It's got like this little bit of a grit to it too. So it's just like smooth and metally, and just like when I first pulled him out of the mail, it was a cold box, and this piece, because of the way it's set up, was actually colder than the rest of the figure, so I really thought it was metal. So you move the arms down, flip this piece here open, like so, and rotate the hands up like so, and you want to pull these toes up, and that's not right. Let's try that again. Rotate this way, then rotate the foot up. There we go. And then you can, there's two little tabs here and here. They'll fit in those two slots right there and there. So just peg those in and you're done. So again, hand goes this way, then flip this out. Pulls up and it just kind of locks in. So there's that. Now the legs, you want to take this piece here, rotate this around, and it just kind of sits in there. You want to pull this piece here out. Now this is where, like, the plastic here and the plastic here are kind of in line to get caught on each other, so you just kind of have to bend it just a little bit to move it out, and I hate doing that. But at least the plastic on this guy actually feels like it can take it. So just move those out of the way here, and then you pull the feet out, and then this piece will just rotate all the way around. There we go, like so. And come on, like so. Alright, now, I'll pause the camera for a second. Alright, so what you want to do here is while you got the legs out, you want to take the knee here, you rotate this around, like this. Trying to keep it out of the way of everything else. It does have some clearance issues going on here, but not too terrible. And then do the same thing over here. Go, like so. Now, according to the little note booklet on transformation, you want to reach in here on these thighs here and push them like that. Then you're able to close this up. And there's two little notches. There's this little peg here that fits into this little slot there, and then this piece will peg into that slot. So you just kind of line those up. And then it also says to come down here and push these knees in. But I can't see where they budge at all, no matter how hard I push them. So I don't know if maybe I'm reading the instructions wrong or what, but I can't seem to get those to move. So we'll just close this up. Now mine, I think it's because I'm not doing something right, but I have yet to be able to get this thing to lock completely together. I can get it close, but not quite right. So you just kind of keep squeezing it and keep pushing it, just trying to get it into place. And like I said, I mean, it just doesn't quite lock together. Now, when I pulled him out of the box, he was in dyno mode and he locked together really well. So I know he's capable of this transformation. It just, I can't seem to get it right 100%. I don't know what is going on here. So I squeeze one piece into place and then another piece pops out of place. And it's kind of frustrating. But I never said I was the greatest transformer in the world, so. Alright, so you fold the legs down. Again, some of these joints are so tight, but not tight in a scary way. It's tight in a nice and everything's locking together right kind of way. Even though he's not locking together. Alright. Try and get him again. Certain things like these, some of these panels just don't quite lock in right. And it's really frustrating trying to do this on camera. Come on. Yeah, see, he's just not gonna go. He's just not gonna do it. And that's disappointing because this is a really awesome figure otherwise. So anyway, like I said, it's probably something I'm doing wrong. But honestly, it doesn't help a whole lot. These special notes don't help a whole lot because they don't say exactly what to do. They just say push, close, push, and swivel. And I did that. You know, I did that. It's just not locking in right, and I can't see what is going on here. So it says push here. Alright, well, we'll push here some more. And all that did was pop the crest out. I mean, any harder and I'm gonna break the damn thing. So come on, you have one job. See, it's not locking in. I keep getting it close, but then something else pops out. So we're just going to continue the review without it being perfect. Because, quite frankly, this is probably the best I'm ever going to get him. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I followed all the instructions. Anyway. Posability-wise, his head does rotate side to side. It's got up and down. Oh, it does go around. So, good range of motion there. Mouth does open and close. And you do have a little flamethrower in there. So there's that. Front arm is the same posability as the arms do. So they come out all the way around. You got the swivel, bends at the knee. Hips are on ball joints, it looks like. Knee bends, there's a bend at the ankle, and then there's a ball joint at the toes. Tail is, it does have a hinge here, a ball joint here, and a ball joint here. So it gets a pretty good range of motion there. And then, yeah, you could store the weapons in robot or in dyno mode. Just like you would store them in the robot mode. Just kind of plug them in wherever you can find a hole. And then the last little bit is if you take this, fold this down, fold this out, fold this down, and you can see my big horrible gap. I just am sucking at this guy. I don't know what the hell. Come on. Come on. What is wrong with you? See, it goes together for a second and then you let go and it... Okay, I'm done. Alright, so you can take this guy here and you can just kind of stand him up back here and he just kind of stands in there. You'd probably stand better if the sides would to transform the way they're supposed to, but that's just not going to happen. So you can get him kind of piloting it. So it's kind of cool. I do like it, but again, it's one of those, they didn't need to do that, but they did anyway. To transform him back, because I'm done with this. I'm done. Alright. So you flip these pieces out, pull the legs out, and then you want to come down here and you flip this piece here open, this piece open. If I figure out what I'm doing wrong, I'll do an update video. And then you rotate this out like so. And I know this guy can go together, right? I know he can, because like I said, when I first pulled him out of the box, he was in dyno mode correctly. So then we want to straighten out the legs here. And then I like to put these up. I don't know if this is the official transformation. Looks like it is. But I just like to have those up for the knees. Alright, now you want to take the leg here, and this will rotate around. And then there is these two slots right here and here will kind of peg around this and this. So you rotate this around, line it up, and there we go. And then this little groove here will go right here. So you just kind of line that up and give it a good push. Right. Come on. There we go. And then this piece here will fold over, like so. And you can rotate the toes around. Just like so. Then you can take this piece here. This folds back. This piece folds down. This is kind of loose, but yeah, it's just kind of side flap. It's fine. Let's do the same thing over here. Go. And if anybody knows what I was doing wrong in that dyno mode, let me know, because I want to know. Alright, so fold these things up. There's his legs done. Rotate the arms down. I'm going to take the chest here. This will just fold out. Actually, you want to pull these gray pieces up off the chest first. Like so. Then you pull the chest out. All the way. Pull these all the way up. That will give you enough clearance to get these things into the back. Like so. Then you want to pull the chest out like this. And this piece will come up. And these will lock into place like so. Sorry about the background noise, but neighbors are going to do what the neighbors are going to do. So rotate this up like so. So this little blue bit is coming out onto the front. Then you can open up this panel here, fold the hand down like so. Rotate it forward, and there you go. Same thing over here. I'd be more upset about the dyno mode, but quite frankly, I like my Dinobots in robot mode. Personally, I know that is a huge point of I like this, you guys like that. I'll take them in dyno mode. So you can flip this piece up like so, and these will just there's a little peg right there, slot right there, just plug those in like so. Alright, and then this piece here, you'll fold this down, and it will there's a little groove section here that'll plug into that section right there. There you have them back in robot mode. And just plug in the sword here as best we can. I'm going to do this off screen. Try and do it. Alright, so I got it almost straight. And then put the guns in this hand here. That's a really loose one. Try this one. Yeah, it's just about as bad. Alright, and then we're going to take this gun here and we're going to plug it right back here. Alright. Whew. That was fun. For size comparison, here he is next to the Classic Seeker. And as you can see, he's definitely bigger than the Classic Seeker, which is really nice. This is where my collection is going at the moment. So this is going to work perfect for that scale. Here he is next to the iGear Seeker. And you see he's still taller, and he's just got tons more mass than Starscream here. Here he's next to MP car. And he's bigger than the MP car, but at this scale, he should be a lot bigger than the MP car. So this does not work very well with Masterpiece figures. And here he is next to the Springer. So this again, this is a scale that works because this is supposed to be a larger, almost like Commander style figure, and he's just a regular Dinobot. Here he is with the Toy World Roar figure, who I've actually just got back and already traded. Oh yeah, yeah. I just need to ship him out tomorrow. So here they are together, and I think they look actually pretty good together. This actually has a pretty good feel and vibe to it. The grays are pretty close, the reds are pretty close, the blacks are black, but I think these two just kind of work pretty well together. So if you're okay with the hodgepodge, you know, you could get the Planet X swoop and you can almost have the whole set already of dinos, just in different styles. But yeah, he's, yeah. So there, I'll just actually set him over here, pull him over closer, and the only Grimlock I really have, I got the Fall Cybertron one. Let's see, where did I put him? I'll grab him real quick. Alright, so here's the Fall Cybertron, the Platinum Edition one. And you can see this does not work at all. You know, if you even just touch this Grimlock after touching this guy, you're going to realize this isn't going to work, because this guy is just super light in comparison to this guy, who's got a lot of bulk to him. So yeah, he doesn't work. But what I do have on my shelf for now is the MP Grimlock, who is only a head taller than he is. And at his mass and size and his size, this works really well for me. I really like this look. Yeah, he's not very G1-esque. This set's more G1-esque. This is more that Neo Classics design, which, you know, now that I'm going back to Classics, for the standard Classics, it's just something I'm going to have to live with. So if I'm going to live with it, I might as well live with the golden ones, being Fansproject. So this works so well for me. I absolutely love this figure. Yes, I had problems with it. If I were to give you my straight up thoughts on the figure, because of how awesome it is to have in hand and how awesome he looks, I'd give him a 10 out of 10. Easily put him in my top 10 best figures of 2014. If I would have had him in 14. Now, I had issues transforming it. You guys saw that. I saw that. And, you know, I tried everything. I tried every little trick that they said to do, and it just didn't work. So, you know, yes, there's that possibility that it could be me, but it also could just be a fiddly figure, which is highly possible. It is a Fansproject figure. They have a high tendency of making fidgety figures. So that with the weapons, yeah, I actually can't knock him for the weapons, because he does come with this guy who does work in his hands really well, and it's one of those, like I said, they didn't need to put this guy in here. He was just a nice little added figure, and he's a cool little figure. I could transform him, and you know, he can hold him, and it all looks great. So honestly, all of that, I have to give him an 8 out of 10. I think he's a really solid figure. I really enjoy him. I want to give him a higher score. I desperately want to give him a higher score. But due to the transformation and things just not quite locking the way I wanted them to, I can't. I can't be fair and give him a 10. He's a great figure. I really enjoy him. I highly recommend him if you're into the Neo and if you like Fansproject. And it definitely is a figure for you. So I guess that's just about it. So tomorrow we'll be looking at his brother, Columbio, who I actually like a lot too. This guy got a lot of shit when he first came in, but I'm digging him too. So these guys are great figures. I'm all in for Fansproject, which is why Roar here has already been traded away, because as much as I like them, the Fansproject dudes are just going to be better, I think, in the long run. So yeah, that's it. And we will come back tomorrow.